Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, your tarot reading for the week ahead. There's a huge overlap here with what I've said to Gemini and to Leo, so it's well worth checking out those two videos. In terms of Gemini, there was a lot of messages and guidance coming through with listening to your intuition, particularly when it comes to overcoming hardship, frustrations, or not knowing quite the direction in which to go. And this is very much indicated with the Eight of Swords, the Lord of Shortened Force. You can see that the protagonist in the card is bound, not knowing how to step forward, and this wall of swords behind. As Libra is obviously an air sign, as is Gemini, there may be these thoughts that are slightly overwhelming for you this week as linking with the swords and therefore linking with thoughts, ideas, and the mind. So it's almost like your mind could be your own worst enemy this week. There's a feeling of the looking out over 2025 could come with a sense of overwhelm, with an enormous to-do list, or I'm not sure what I want to do, or I'm not sure where I'm going to next. And there's a gentle reminder, well, perhaps that's okay. Not everything needs to be figured out from this point indefinitely. With the Eight of Swords, you can see that the woman is blindfolded. So there's an encouragement this week for both you and Gemini to tap into your intuition. And you might be asking, well, how do I do that? Well, the first and foremost is just to listen, to be receptive to what your heart and your gut is trying to tell you. How often are you checking in with your intuitive self? How much are you allowing your mind to guide you rather than heart or belly? And if you've been finding, actually, I've been doing a lot of decision making from the head, well, now is the perfect opportunity and perfect time to drop down from head and take those decision making more intuitively, innately, and instinctively. We also have the Five of Cups here, the Lord of Sorrow. There is a real encouragement to not focus on what isn't working, but to focus on what is. This is always what the Five of Cups is reminding us, particularly in combination with this Eight of Swords. There's quite a lot of overwhelm coming through for various star signs this week, and it's unsurprising. We're at the midpoint of January. We've had the fun and festivities of the last few weeks, and then we're starting to get the gears moving again. For some of us, that's quite exciting, particularly for most of the fire signs, Leo being the exception. But here, with a lot of the air signs, we're starting to really get caught into our head. Now, there's something paradoxical coming up with regards to how to best overcome these energies of worry and anxiety and feeling slightly morose. And why I'm saying it's paradoxical, because in some ways we have here the I often call this the mini Libra sign. It's a bit like Justice, which rules Libra, but we have the scales here. And we've also got the King of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles thus far has been the card that's shown up the most. It's the Lord of Material Gain or Work, something in that field. And it's a real reminder for everybody to be looking at the finances. This is something that I've been saying to a lot of the star signs over the past 3 weeks. Unsurprising, given that the festive period can be quite expensive, but also on a global scale, it feels that some of the economic systems are shifting for better, for worse, indifferently. Just bring yourself back into balance. This again is a phrase that I've been using again and again and again for each star sign. It's not a time for extremes by any means. So look at those activities that help you come back to center, to keep you grounded. The great thing about Libra is it tends to be quite practical, can sometimes be a bit idealistic, when we'll speak about that in a moment. But it is this, it does have the ability to work in balance. And the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is reminding you just to do this. So if you're finding that you're getting a little bit in your head on things and you're starting to overthink things, overanalyze things, that anxiety is building up, look to what you can do practically to bring a counterpoint, to bring a counterbalance to that. And that may be as simple as tidying the house. It could be displacement activity. For other star signs, I've warned against this procrastination and warned against this avoidance. But here, actually, that may be best served. What's the saying? The devil makes work for idle hands. So keep your hands busy. Keep yourself occupied in anything that is very, very practical. And grounding can also be about connecting with the body, connecting with nature, connecting with Mother Earth, but most importantly, just connecting with the here and now and just being focused on the task at hand rather than being anxious about what has happened or what is coming ahead. Now, part of the reason that I speak about a paradoxical energy here is we have the appearance of the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is often an energy that is a little bit more quixotic, so a little bit more idealistic. Now, sometimes that's an aspersion that is cast against Libra, that they're a bit of a daydreamer, that they're idealistic in a way that's beyond what is possible. But I would really encourage you to do exactly that. I would daydream this week. I would just live in these flights of fancies and not really worry if it's a reality or not. You and this again is why it's slightly contradictory, because in some ways I'm saying, well, stay practical, but in some ways I'm also saying, well, just keep your ideas flowing, keep this idealistic vision for yourself and for your future going for the moment. There may be a time where that needs to come back to landing and be grounded in some more practical aspects. But this Page of Cups energy is such a nice foil for this Five of Cups energy, where this is where the emotions are getting quite heavy, and this is where the emotions, you can see the fish is jumping out of the cup, is much more spontaneous, much more playful, much more light. And there's a real emphasis, there's a real call for you this week, Libra, to do exactly that. Don't take things too seriously. Don't take life seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. Just slightly laugh at it all, particularly laugh at those things that are troubling you. Remind yourself you've probably been here before and you've overcome it. It's no big fish to fry. It's all gonna be fine. This is what I would really, really emphasize. I know that sometimes the festive break, we can sometimes assume that is play and rest, and for many of us that may be exactly that. But as you're the sign of Libra, there's going to be a consideration of, are other people happy? Are they okay? Are they contented? Are they seen to? Are their needs met? There's the mantra for Libra is either I partner or I harmonize or we harmonize. So there's a real awareness of sociality here. And there's just a gentle call of, well, if that was quite tough, if that was quite hard work, if that pulled on your resources quite a lot, just before we get back into the seriousness of going back to school, going back to work, getting back to life, are there some last moments of play available to you? And that doesn't have to be going out and getting intoxicated, or again, this isn't about working in extremes. This is about reconnecting in some ways to that childlike quality within you. I found personally and for myself that I've been reconnecting with my creativity. I've been pulling out my sewing machine again. I've just been doing some more artwork. Those things before I get entrenched in the responsibilities and the demands of everyday life. And if we try to get to that point too quickly, then it's unsurprising that we're going to land in this place of feeling a bit heavy, that things are feeling a little bit trudgy. I know that Blue Monday is just around the corner, so for Libra, you might be feeling that more than most. Again, there's this social awareness. So if it's being felt in the collective, you're likely to feel it more yourself. And therefore, this Page of Cups energy, this sense of silliness, this sense of play, this sense of spontaneity, this sense of daydreaming and idealism is something really worth tapping into. And what's great is that is a natural part of your makeup, Libra. It's already there. So just really allow that to come to the fore. So that is my reading for you for the week ahead. If you want more guidance and more insights, then be sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign. Be interesting to know if either of those are in Leo or in Gemini, because some of these themes are going to be felt more pronouncedly. Let me know in the comments below if that is you. But until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful time, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.